Hello everyone, this is NainaMD, Fusion of Science and Beauty. Welcome to my show, and we've got amazing guests on today. And my first guest is Lawrence Elliot. How are you, Lawrence?
I'm doing wonderful.
It's good to see you. I was just, I hadn't heard from you for a little while, and
yeah, it's been
you've
a
been busy.
Months, yeah.
So Lawrence Elliot works for, he's connected with the LA Fashion Magazine, and soon to be an amazing, we'll discuss this in just a little bit, but you've got some amazing things going on in terms of your acting and,
Yes.
and dancing videos and so forth.
Yes.
I wanted to bring you because you are under high stress.
I am.
Is it not?
Fortunately, but
Is that an understatement? Is that an understatement?
It is, quite, yeah.
I thought so. But I think it's so important when people understand the concept of stress. So
Yeah.
everyone says, I'm stressed. What does like when you say stressed, what does that mean to you?
So it's really about finding a balance within my body, as well as finding a balance within my space, my time, being very zen, but also making sure I'm upkeeping my spiritual energy just as much as I am myself physically.
Right.
It's all about really finding a balance. And when you're off balance, it's stressful.
Yeah. When you say exactly what you said, you feel overwhelmed, right? When you
Completely.
What else? When I say stress, or when you feel stress, what else are some of the things that you experience, or what else can you say that you experience?
Well, when I'm stressed, like one thing I notice is that, like, sometimes my skin breaks out.
Yeah.
My energy levels come down.
So let me explain what biochemically, when you say your skin breaks out,
Yeah.
what that means is you've got elevations of cortisol. Okay, cortisol is a hormone that gets elevated. Cortisol is good because it really helps us deal with stress, but when it's out of balance, that's not so good.
Okay.
So when it goes high, what it does is it can aggravate the acne because it accentuates oil production. So it gets into it also, and that's a reason why you can break out. The other thing, you say you're tired. Okay,
Yeah,
you feel
my
tired.
energy levels come down.
So there's a term in anti-aging and regenerative medicine, and that's why I'm so glad you came on the show, really to help us promote this and to realize and make everyone realize what a credible field of this is that there's a concept that we have. It's called adrenal fatigue. Okay, conventional medicine doesn't really recognize adrenal fatigue. What they're saying is, if you've got an adrenal issue, you pee out in your urine for 24 hours, and we'll measure the amount of cortisol. And if you're in the range, right, you've got normal cortisol, you don't have anything going on with your adrenals, right? But if you're not, if it's low, then you've got. But by that time, you've got some more serious issues going on. So we say, wait a minute, you could be like really up with your cortisol levels at one time, and then you could be crashing. Average would be normal, right? So we look at a saliva test that we measure. And we look at there's 4 times in a day, and we look at it, and of course the saliva test has to be done exactly right, using the right equipment. I always qualify that. I'm a biochemist. I look at the details, but done properly, a properly done saliva test that tells us where your balance of your cortisol is. And if it's imbalanced, that can lead to adrenal fatigue.
I see.
And so that's what sometimes is happening is you want your adrenals, and you want to pump up the cortisol when your body's saying, this is my time to not really pump it.
Yeah.
And this is my time, my afternoon is really a time to kind of be less stressed than the morning. But you're not following your circadian rhythm. And welcome to Western world. We're always against our circadian rhythm. We're pushing ourselves more and more.
I have a question. What does sleep have to do with it? Because I've been noticing lately I need more sleep.
So you're asking, like, I just want to make sure, you're saying like you're requiring more sleep, or you're just finding that you're like at night you're getting your second wind more?
I'm requiring more sleep.
So you're just like more tired.
Yeah.
Just like you need this, your body needs to sleep more.
Yeah.
So that's what happens.
More or
yeah.
something.
So what happens is with the cortisol, you're kind of crashing and burning. And I don't know, are you drinking? Tend to drink more coffee or?
Yeah, I'm not a huge coffee drinker. I mean, I've noticed that it's been helping me a little bit in the morning. So if I have like an audition or a gig, or if I have a meeting with the magazine or something I have to do in the morning,
right.
It helps me get amped up. But I also know that in the afternoon, I'm going to crash. Like my energy's going to come down, so I have to like consistently eat, or I have to like maybe like do a Starbucks run or 5 hour.
So that's the starting of adrenal. So that is adrenal fatigue. So what happens with adrenal fatigue is that your cortisol levels may not be balanced, and so at night when your body it's the it's sort of a crash and burn thing. Your neurotransmitters are being depleted, so when you get up, your body just ends up needing more sleep because your body has been on that a higher mode of pushing through.
Okay.
So that's why you're more tired. Okay. Now another thing that can happen is that do you just fall asleep right away?
Yeah, I usually do.
Yeah, so that's not an issue.
No, I usually fall asleep right away. When I lay down,
yes, you're done.
I'm done. Yeah.
You're done. And that is actually an indication that if you start to exercise more at this time, it may not be the best idea. So
really, why? Because I am exercising more now.
Yeah, so you have to be a little bit careful. Because if you pump more and you're not giving your body a chance to rest, and you're going to, what you're doing is you're working longer hours.
Yes.
You're working harder.
I am working.
And now you're going to
hours,
exercise more. You're going to actually tire the adrenals out even more.
That's exactly what I'm doing right now, though.
So the best thing to do is to take smaller meals.
Okay.
And take more protein.
Okay.
Okay.
I've been doing that as well.
Okay, in those meals, because sometimes you get the adrenal will give you a salt craving. So you want to take some smaller meals with more protein, and then the exercise should be moderate rather than strenuous.
Okay.
And don't have to get up like at 4 o'clock in the morning exercise. It's better to do it during the day if you can, like either coming after work.
That's what
a little moderate.
After work,
it's better to do it that just for a while.
What about in the evenings?
There's some adrenal. You should have more protein in the evenings, and also you need to have what we call, there's some adaptogens. There's some herbal adaptogens, and again, I'm not giving any kind of medical advice, but there are certain things in just general knowledge that there are certain adaptogens for the adrenals, like rhodiola. So rhodiola helps with the cortisol, balancing the cortisol levels, and studies have been done in Russia. They did them on doctors.
Now, the last time I was here and we did a treatment, you gave me something that gave me a ridiculous energy boost. Like, what was that?
So when we went through all your issues and I personalized a protocol for you, I gave you, I did two things for you. I gave you something that had what we call a bioavailable form of vitamin B12. Because that's a very important factor. That's a very important factor that when you are on the go and you're stressed, that's depleted. So I gave you methylcobalamin, and I also gave you something called, there's B vitamins like vitamin B5, which is pantothenic acid, and vitamin B6, which is pyridoxine. So these are some of the B vitamins I gave you that are very essential. So that's why you had more energy.
Yeah.
And then we also gave you something towards the end, and that was a little bit of glutathione.
That's my favorite.
We did an IV treatment, and you responded very well.
Yes,
and we didn't have to give you we don't give you high dosing or anything. Again, it was a very moderate dose, but it was enough to have an effect for you.
It was amazing.
You told me it got very clear and
radiant. Like my skin was glowing. Like I had energy. It was just ridiculous.
So it's not for everyone. We personalized it obviously for you, but it worked for you.
Yeah, it really did.
And I think I brought you on just to help make the audience aware that you are skeptical of almost anything. I know you're very discerning. You're not about to you don't take any. Yeah.
I'm very particular.
You're very particular. That's the word. And so when you experience this, I just want them to know what was different from what's been going on and all of the maybe the treatments you received earlier or the way.
I mean, the other things that I've tried. I mean, I've tried so many different vitamins and skin creams and like workout regimens and exercises and stuff. And nothing really just gave me an energy that never faded. Like it always felt like it worked in the beginning, but towards the end, I wasn't getting the result I was getting it from in the beginning, and I plateaued. You know what I'm saying?
And I personalized it because when you told me your story, then I personalized it and I started thinking biochemically on you. What are some of the things that you might be depleted? And we can even do testing, obviously, as I told you, micronutrient deficiency test we're now able to do that can tell you all the nutritional deficiencies.
Yeah, I'm ready for that too.
So I really brought you on.
It really is about taking care of your body in the highest way you possibly can.
And the first thing is balancing your nutrients, right? Yeah. And so that's what the whole idea of today's segment is to really create that awareness for the audience and for them to realize that a person who is in a highly stressful field can actually benefit from just a very simple thing that I did. Okay. And it's not just me, it's the knowledge, it's the field. And
I tell a lot of people about you
yeah,
too.
but it's and I'm so glad that you shared this with us. It in fact has given you so much of energy and that motivate to get you motivated that you're now having your own. Can you tell the audience this is really exciting?
Yeah.
This is amazing news I got from you today.
Yeah, I just got cast in a web series, which is like so exciting. It's my first like really full-time SAG acting gig,
That's
great.
fabulous.
It's called Black Coffee.
Yeah.
It's a comedy. It's hilarious. It's literally the story of 4 young African American men who start a coffee shop in an all-white suburban neighborhood.
Wow.
And it's like
it
is hilarious. The writing is superb. It's
I
actually
can
being
imagine.
produced and written by a man by the name of George Corey, who is a really good friend of mine, but he's also done several other major projects.
I love the title itself. I love the concept.
Yeah,
When's it going to be on?
We're filming this summer,
Yeah.
so it's going to be released this fall.
Okay, I'll bring you back on
Okay.
to tell us all about that.
Yes.
And then what else are you doing? Some TV? You're doing some YouTube videos, dance
Yes.
videos.
Yes.
But what is it? Tell me, because you got one of the best producers, I think.
I do, and it's one of the things I kind of like have a non-disclosure going with that,
That's
so
fine,
I'm
that's
going to be
fine.
limited
Yeah,
on what I
But-
can
but-
say with
yeah.
the people, but I
Yeah.
can't describe the project. With the project, basically, I'm a phenomenal dancer, and if I don't toot my own horn, it's one of my greatest gifts. But I really haven't been utilizing it to the full capacity that I can. So one of my friends came up with an idea of, why don't you just start a YouTube channel and you literally ask people what they want to see in the video. So we have we put out feelers, we did surveys, and we have people come up with like all different types of concepts and ideas for what they want to see in a dance video, different types of camera movements, set designs, costumes, and
Amazing.
I'm literally letting my audience create the dance video. I
That's
create the
amazing.
choreography, and then we post everything on YouTube, and then everyone goes and votes on like which video they like the most, and some of the things that they like, they didn't like.
That's
and
amazing.
I'm literally letting the
And
audience
all this
create
energy. And I
Yeah.
remember when you first came, you were like, okay, I'm a little tired. You were much.
I was
more
worn
tired.
out. I was worn out. And now like I have enough energy and time to not only do my job at the magazine.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
So, by the way,
Which is
this is very
crazy.
typical. This is very typical. So I want to close with this thought. After we balance, a lot of people with, let's say, adrenal fatigue and so forth, right? So the first thing they'd say is, well, I can't get through my first job. Then they come back to me and they say, I'm tired. But Dr. Naina, I'm tired. And I said, well, what are you doing? I'm now doing the job that they already could do. And I'm doing this and this and this. Okay. So maybe this time around, it could be that now you're doing 3 times more than what you were.
And it's really amazing because when you look to the energy of things, like I'm all about the energy. I'm a very spiritual guy, and the more positive energy that you have and that you can bring to yourself, the more positive things you'll attract to your life. And I honestly have to say, ever since I've been here, my energy level has come up. It's just been a flow of just wonderful things coming into my life, and I'm very grateful for it. So thank you.
Thank you for coming on my show. The audience, just please next time you can come back and
you can find me on YouTube at LEEL Entertainment, LE_EL Entertainment. The web series that's coming up in the fall is Black Coffee, and please come and pick up a copy of our magazine. LA Fashion Magazine, Empire, the hot show is going to be the cover of our next issue.
Awesome.
Please pick it up. It's a fantastic publication.
Thanks again. Thank you. And I'll be right back with my next guest, NainaMD, Fusion of Science and Beauty.